Hey everybody, I have another video for you guys today, and this video is going to be answering the question, has it changed yet? Does scheme actually matter in Madden 2022? So I've already went on ahead, and I think I'm on the right one. Yeah, I've already made new owners for everybody. Nothing has changed at all. I'm about to go, and I think I was going to do something else with this. So right now I'm going to go and I'm going to reset sliders, all that, because I was going to do something. So I'm just going to reset everything and leave it as default on Madden. And like I said, we're going to answer the question, does scheme matter? We're going to take it from preseason week 1 all the way to the end of the season and see, you know, yardage, who wins. Everybody will run the same offensive scheme, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, I'm gonna jump ahead to towards the end here. Okay, so we're here, and based on what's happening in real life, I don't know. This is I'm just gonna go to the standings, because anything can happen any given Sunday. But okay, so Chiefs go 14-3. Right now they're the best team. Then you have Bucks, Cowboys, Cardinals, Patriots, Jags make the playoffs in year 1. We'll see about that. Bills, Browns, Raiders, Falcons. Again, we'll see about that. Saints and Broncos. So those are your top teams. Nobody went undefeated this season, and the team that won the least games goes to the Dolphins. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to redo this entire thing, and I'm going to give everybody the Chiefs playbook and their scheme. And then I'll do it one more time, because this is the base test. So you got to remember all these stats and stuff. No, and do it again, but I'm going to give everybody the Dolphins playbook instead. Playbook and scheme, because of how bad the game said they did. Oh, but here's the playoff bracket. Just don't know how much of this is going to change, but your Chiefs are number 1 over there, your Bucks number 1 over there. Falcons just make it in there. I don't know, but the Rams make the playoffs with QB Matt Stafford. The teams that surprise me right now would probably be the Broncos, the Jags, the Falcons, and then I guess just the standing of who is where. But I mean, apparently these teams did enough to make it. So let's go look again at stats. Go ahead and scroll it all the way up to the NFL. And your top guy for passing was Tom Brady. The most yards, Mahomes right behind him by just over 100 yards. With this extra game in the season, Tom Brady throws 53 touchdowns, 47 to Mahomes, 43 to Allen, 42 to Wilson, and 40 for Matt Ryan. Who did the most interceptions? Tyrod Taylor. Kept that on track. Russell Wilson still threw for 17. It's just Tyrod only threw for 21 touchdowns, so it doesn't look that bad. But when you look at the top passing guys, 10, 11, Josh Allen only threw 4. And it's 17, 16, 13, 12. Completion, best guy goes to Patrick Mahomes, just edging out Matt Ryan. And finally, the rating will be the final thing we look at for QBs, and I think it should still go to Patrick Mahomes. Kellen Mond got some good play time. Now for rushing yards, looks like 1,700. There's 1,800 yards for Zeke Elliott. I think he got those 2 yards. $1,800 yards for Ezekiel Elliott, followed by 1,700 by Nick Chubb, and almost 1,600 by Saquon. So Saquon's back. That's good. For touchdowns, 19. for Elliott, 18 for Chubb, and 16 for Barkey, with Raheem Mostert coming up and grabbing 15 on his own, and Christian McCaffrey also grabbing 15. I wonder just who's breaking tackles. Alvin Kamara, I see that. Josh Jacobs, Zeke Elliott. Okay, now into the receiving. The league leader in receiving yards is going to go to Calvin Ridley for only 13.22. So it wasn't, even though you had these QBs hitting 4,000. Well, nobody was going for like those big 5,000 yards that I see, but I guess that has to do with the roster as well, which keeps it more realistic. I'm not saying they can't throw for 5,000, but I think they could. But 1,300 yards is a top receiver right now, followed by 12, 1150, and 11. And the most touchdowns goes to Antonio Brown coming out the slot for Tampa Bay. 19 touchdowns. 15 for Cooper Kupp and 14 for Dwayne Eskridge. So he got 11 in the first 8 weeks, but just it wasn't the same for the final half of the season. Now I'm gonna go defense because at this point I don't want to see who gave up the most sacks, but the most sacks taken goes to Khalil Mack at 21. I think once I start up a franchise here, because the one that you see on the channel was me like hoping that the update would be out by this time. It's like September 20th. So I was hoping the update would be out by this time, and they pushed it back. So, you know, you'll definitely see something. Cam Jordan has 17.5. Aaron Donald came with 16. Fletcher Cox came with 14.5. Who got the most interceptions? That's gonna go to Tre'Davious White at 7. So no outrageous numbers here. Maybe the people who get them. Damn, a second former Falcon on the Saints. Jeez. First one I knew about was Curtis Lofton. Now all of a sudden Desmond Trufant. Yeah, Trufont's there, and now you got Poole there. Anybody else as a former Falcon want to go to the Saints? Okay. Go ahead and look at these awards here. I want to see Zeke gets MVP, rushing for the yards that he rushed for, and beats out 3 running backs and 6 quarterbacks. Coach of the Year goes to Urban Meyer. I'm trying to remember if they did something. Okay, so he turns it around based on what's going on in real life. Mike McCarthy comes up, but 11-6 gets him Coach of the Year. But I guess it's because you took a team that had the number 1 overall pick. You got him in the playoffs, so that works out. Arthur Smith, almost there. We're going to look at Offense Player of the Year. For the AFC is Josh Allen. Defensive Player of the Year is Josh Allen again. I'm sorry, that's a little funny to me. Offensive Rookie, Zach Wilson. Defensive Rookie, Michael Carter. The Jets got some good rookies. Best QB, Josh Allen. Best running back, Nick Chubb. Best wide receiver, Stephon Diggs. Best O-line, Joe Thuney. Best D-line, DeForest Buckner. Best linebacker, Josh Allen. Best DB, Tre'Davious White. Best kicker, Ricardo Blankenship. So like I said in my other video, I really wish that they would have it set for Khalil Mack wins Defensive Player of the Year. I don't know. This is the one time where I'm actually in agreement for the NFC giving it to Aaron Donald, because his team at least made the playoffs and he made more of it. I mean, Khalil Mack did have all the sacks though. They're gonna give it to who they give it to. I can't control that, but you have Justin Fields getting Offensive Rookie of the Year and Jamin Davis getting Defensive. But like I was going to say, you have it where it's set for D-line. Goes for, if you have a 4-3, those are all your linemen. 3-4, those are all your linemen. And then you get linebacker, who, in my opinion, this should be edge. And this could just be D-line. I could see, like, this should be your 3-4 interiors, your 4-3 interiors. So only really defensive tackles can get that. And then they'd have to add a position edge, and then your best edge rusher could do right there. Then you have linebackers that are just stand-up linebackers. Because look, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think Jimmy Collins rushes the edge. 6, he doesn't rush. 7 out of the 10 guys here are edge rushers or rush the passer. And for D lineman, 1, 2. I'm gonna count him 3, 4, 5. No, I'm not gonna count JJ because he can rush he rush outside majority of the time. So 4 guys are interior, and the rest are edge rushers. At least in the game, they rush the edge. So it's like, unless you're like a completely dominant, and I mean like over dominant defensive tackle, all you gotta do is be an edge rusher in order to go win these awards. Which, in my opinion, I think that's kind of, I don't like that. But DB, I think it only covers cornerback. I don't really see. Then again, no, Anthony Harris is safety. But I say you don't really see too many safeties get it as Landon Collins pops up. Best kicker, Greg Zuerlein. I lost a lot of people games, but you know. And yeah, okay. So now I need to head back and flip everything and go to the Chiefs playbook. So I will get back to you guys once I finally make those changes. Okay. That took me a second. I'm finally back. I'm going to go ahead and take it to playoffs. No, I'm going to go ahead and take it to Super Bowl this time around. I've now given everybody the Chiefs playbook. I'm probably going to change titles, something like, you know, what's the best playbook in Madden? I went with like what team has been the most successful. I really could have went with the Bucs, but I feel like the Chiefs just have more success in all the crazy stuff you see them do. I mean, they are still offensively a younger skill position. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes, who's been doing crazy stuff since he really got that starting role. So, I mean, why not? Just going to throw that in there. Yeah, some good Chiefs playbook. And I want to see how much does that change the rest of the NFL. I'll get back to you guys once once everything catches up, and we'll take a look at the stats and see who wins Super Bowl this time around. I know I didn't look at it last time, but I've already done restart and saved everything. But I'll make sure I look at it this time. And we are back. Let's go straight to the standings. 13-4 Chiefs. Saints are 12-5 Packers. Bucks lost a few more games. And this time, you see the Bengals, Steelers, and Browns. Jeez, man. Again, all these 10-7s. Texans make it. Jets make it. Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah. This is... That changed quite a few things, I think. Let's go ahead and view the playoff bracket. As it's Cowboys and Chiefs going to Super Bowl, which I really wish I would have been able to see what it was last time. But Chiefs pretty much just won by a touchdown, won by about 2 touchdowns, and then what? Cowboys had to get their rematch against the Bucks and beat them by 1. Then beat the Packers by 3, then beat the Saints by 7. The Cowboys had a tough playoff. They had a tough playoff run. Look, I'm gonna go look at the stats, but I really want to see how this turns out. I'm gonna go ahead and force this because I have 32 people. There's 32 team thing. I just want to see who wins Super Bowl. And the Cowboys pull out the win. Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to see. Just wow. Oh, but we almost had 5,000 yard passers over there. Still have some 1,300 yard rushers. Almost 1,500 yard receivers. And what's funny is Patrick Mahomes that was 14th in the league right there when everybody else gets the playbook. Which means there are teams better than the Chiefs, in the correct opinion. Their team is better than the Chiefs. That if they were to use the Chiefs playbook, they would be better than the Chiefs, but they use their own playbook, so they have a different scheme going. But Patrick Mahomes only being 14th, he had to have been hurt. I want to see that. He had to have been hurt. How many games? No, he played all 17. He was only throwing for 252 yards a game. And you had guys up here, 282, 278, 276, 275. Even Mac Jones is in the top 5 for passing yards. Who threw the most touchdowns? Dak almost threw 60 touchdowns. What the hell, man? 56 for Tom Brady, 53 for Lamar Jackson. And he only threw 9 interceptions. Gotta give Lamar more credit. Gotta give Lamar more credit. Interception-wise, goes to Kirk Cousins. I remember it was Tyrod Taylor who had the most interceptions last time, so right now he's only at 13. But with a lot of these QBs taking a lot more shots, that does make sense. Rushing yards, Alvin Kamara had 1,300, about just over 1,350. Najee Harris had 1,300. Ezekiel Elliott about 1,230. Joe Mixon 1,200. Christian McCaffrey 1,100. Derrick Henry almost 1,100. Go back. Touchdown wise, who had the most touchdowns? Still Alvin Kamara with 15, Raheem Mostert 15, and James Robinson all with 15, just on the ground. Sony Michel, Josh Jacobs, and Ezekiel Elliott with 14, a few 13, a bunch of 12s. Receiving wise, looks like Cooper Kupp is going to be the top guy for, Cooper Kupp, top guy for receiving. Going to be Matthew Stafford's #1 target there in LA. Taj Boyd, they're almost 14, about 1,370, 1,340 for Antonio Brown, 1,300 for Jalen Waddle. Touchdowns, Tyler Boyd, Devontae Adams, and Cooper Kupp. No Antonio Brown this time, way up there. I mean, you would think that some of the defensive stats still have to change. TJ Watt, 20. Wow. So I guess with the amount of passing the Chiefs had to do and everything, TJ Watt's going to go break the record. Aaron Donald's also going to break the record. Interceptions? No, there's nobody's going to break the interception record. Who had the most tackles with the way the scheme was? Rashad Evans with 145. Mario Davis with 145. Roquan Smith with 140. Who got the most solos? That's what's important. Both had 115. I gotta see something. So you had more assist tackles. You were able to get there and you were tackling by yourself. Receptions. Anybody return touchdowns? Oh yeah, you got a few guys. Rondale Moore returned too. I need to play him in fantasy because he got 33 and I had him on the bench and Amari Cooper didn't do much before getting injured. If he's still hurt, Rondale Moore definitely gonna be up there. But I guess to answer the question, yes, scheme playbook does matter. It affects all the stats, offense and defense. Because I didn't change the KC playbook. I left KC having the same playbook. Everybody had the same offensive playbook, and you saw KC still win the Super Bowl. But it was an outcome of where the Cowboys won. Everybody had different yards. Patrick Mahomes isn't even top 10 in passing yardage. And I don't think he was top 10 in passing touchdowns. The award side of it, I already had my answer. MVP goes to Lamar. Dak Prescott nearly throwing 60 touchdowns. I'm not going to give it to him. And Coach of the Year is going to go to Robert Saleh. Quick little overview while I talk about something, but you see how the me changing everybody's playbook affects everything else that goes on in the league. Which, I mean, I can completely understand that. But the fact that you had more sacks, people had more passing yards. You had some of those teams don't have the best offensive lines, but they're still going to have to take those deep shots, and they're playing out of scheme. It does change them, and I think it does really shake things up. But yeah, answer the question: does scheme or playbook really change, or does scheme or playbook actually matter in Madden 22? I think it does. You see what just happened with every team has it, and a team that didn't really, I don't know, I guess they really do decent at Madden. The stat wise, everything changes. But wins and losses, there's teams on there that they changed up their scheme. They didn't even make the playoffs again, or they didn't do as good, or they lost 1 or 2 more games. I don't know what I'm going to do for the next video. I'm going to look around and think of something. But make sure that y'all like, comment, subscribe, help the channel grow. I'm going to try to pump out as many of these as I can when I can. Since I'm on the road a lot with my dad driving, I don't get a chance to upload a lot. So I try to space these out so that way when I come home I can make more. And gonna see how things play out. I hope you guys were able to sit through this and not fall asleep. If you didn't, make sure you like. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. I hope you enjoyed.